rock star. You can find me in VIP, all eyes on me. Yeah, where the girls are, this is how your night should be. All eyes on me.
All eyes on the prize, money supersized. G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind. Spit flow, paparazzi flash shine. Get dough, champagne, Merlot. Cash and tango, in the VIP. Now she wanna touch her ankle. Get low, mueve mami como el dembow. All eyes on me, peeping through the window. Get mine, get yours, believe it or not. In the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the
All
top.
eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who is he? Man, you better come get your girls out. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ali Madawi here, and I am super excited, stoked to be in here with you, wherever you may be around the world. And hey, welcome if you are here for the very first time, whether you are on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook Live. For those of you who are showing a lot of love, I appreciate you. Hey, today we got a topic that I think it's a little bit controversial, but it is important to talk about nonetheless, and that is how to never make a dime in MLM. Now, the reason I want to talk to you about this topic is because I actually care. Allow me to explain. I've been in the business community for 13 years. I've been in network marketing on and off for about 10 out of those 13 years. And one of the things that I can tell you is that 97% of people who get in network marketing never turn a profit. Now, you may be asking, whoa, that's a scary revelation. It's no secret. And there are reasons for that. Whether the company is at fault or the leadership is at fault, or you, the member, you're not doing the right required activities, or whatever the circumstance is, I'm going to break it down to you to the science because I care. And if you are considering to do MLM, you want to consider the points that I'm about to share with you right now. Now, here's the thing. I got a brand new audiobook called The Lion Network Marketer, the extended version that I will be releasing on September 25th. You definitely want to make sure that you are in our inner circle of winwithali.com, opt in, and you're going to get your copy for free. That's right. Everybody else, you're going to have to wait for it. But for those of you, winwithali.com, opt into the inner circle, and I'm going to go ahead and hook you up. Now, if you are a true entrepreneur, let it be known where you are from and where you're connecting in to. So here are the 4 things that will absolutely obstruct you from making a dime in network marketing. The very first one, and I know, a negative mindset. See, a negative mindset is probably the strongest way, fastest way to destroy any of your network marketing credibility and for your team, for your prospects. Because here's the thing. If you are negative, I can promise you and give you everything within me, you are not attracting people, you're repulsing them. I mean, think about it. When was the last time an individual ever wanted to join you because of your negative mindset? The mistake that most quote unquote leaders will end up doing is that they find themselves in a circumstance that they are complaining to their team members and infusing the negativity within their team members. That by default is creating the wrong formula, the wrong environment. And you're going to have individuals who are just going to be like, I already have enough negativity in my traditional job or my traditional business that I don't need this. Because here's the thing about network marketing. Network marketing is built by a volunteer army. It isn't a job. It isn't a salary. So by default, what ends up happening is that you're going to have people who are looking forward to something positive. So if you put an ounce of negativity, whether you're projecting it on your social media posts, if you're making fun of jobs, there's a lot of people, and this is, by the way, my pet peeve. A lot of people will go on social media and start making fun of JOB, just over broke. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? These are your prospects that you are offending right now, that you are literally disrespecting and saying your honest living is just over broke. You're making fun of people. So why would I join you if you're making me feel like what I'm doing is less than noble? So don't do that. Don't be that person. Okay. So make sure that you are eliminating any kind of negativity. Plus, as you are dealing with adversity, what is going to end up happening, you're going to find yourself in a mindset that requires strength, that is going to require you to be resilient. And if you are infusing negativity in your mindset, what do you expect to happen but negativity to be released? And by default, you're not going to be able to create some positive impact as an influencer. Number two, minimum wage effort. This is a reality. So the majority of people who get into network marketing, and I'm talking about almost everyone, has never had any experience in business. So they don't understand the amount of work ethic that is required to build a business. They don't understand the adversity to build a business. They don't have the mindset, long-term mindset thinking of a business. If you were to invest $50,000 to $100,000, for example, to build your own company, to build your own business, you're going to be patient enough to see a return on investment. But in network marketing, because you're like, oh, it's only $50, it's only $100, it's only $500, $15,000, $2,000, whatever it may be, it's considered very tiny compared to the traditional business world. And therefore, people will give it minimum wage effort, or they treat it like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Well, if you're going to get to it when you get to it, think about a restaurant. I always go back to a restaurant with these examples. If you were to open a restaurant and say, I'm going to work an hour a day or get to it when I get to it, do you really expect yourself to have any measurable results? Of course not. Now, don't get my message wrong. You can start part-time, an hour here, an hour there, but you'll never make a multiple six-figure or 7 or 8-figure income with an hour here and an hour there. You're going to need to maximize the little bit of time that you have, as if you are working 40 hours and you have to learn the talent to shrink it in an hour or two. And, I'll show you another point of what actually that means as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you're not working with minimum wage efforts, but traditional business mindset. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to work all in. I'm going to do whatever it takes 100% of the time. Number three, posting like a spam. This right here is probably the main reason why you will never get a recruit, why you will never have a new customer. And I'm going to keep it real with you. The problem with this is that we were trained by the wrong people. I was speaking to a gentleman on over the weekend. It was someone who was evaluating working together possibly, and I asked him a couple of questions. One of them was, how are you building your business right now? How are you promoting your business? How are you marketing yourself? And he said, my support team, my sponsors, and my uplines will create flyers, and they tell me, go ahead and post them. And I was like, oh my God. The idea of a flyer, just think about that. A flyer gets thrown out. We look at it and we throw it out in the garbage, right? We take a flyer or when you get it in an email, we delete it without even looking at it. The idea of a flyer left in our windshield in a parking lot, what do? We take it and throw it out in a garbage can. So what do you think you're doing when you're posting your links everywhere and you're posting a flyer of your product or your service all the time? What you're doing is that you're developing a behavior where your clients or potential clients, your prospects, are going to just bypass you and scroll up. Same concept of the flyer. So don't be posting like a spam, rather create value. Every time I come up here, I give you information as if you're paying me $10,000. I prepare for these trainings. I prepare for this production to honor your time and give you the valuable information that you came for. So if you are spamming right now, imagine, let's put you and let's put me. You're posting about your product. Buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. 30% off, 30% off, buy from me, buy from me. And me, I'm like, I'm giving you all the stuff that I've done to build multiple streams of income for the last 13 years and be part of organizations that did over $2 billion of sales for free. Who do you think is going to stick longer in this digital space? Is it you with your spamming flyer, or me who I'm just giving away a lot of value? And what ends up happening is an individual that is watching this information ends up sending me a message, connecting with me. Hey, Ali, you were talking about not spamming not posting like a spam. What does that mean? Can you look at my wall? Can you look at my social media assets? And those create opportunities to do business together. Cool, don't you think? So don't be a spammer. Number 4 is the amateur versus the professional. Now, let me explain. We all started as amateurs. I started as an amateur back in 2009 when I did not know what I didn't know. And this is where I would just think, all right, I'm supposed to sell something. I hand it out and they're going to give me money. I'm supposed to promote something. I just show it and they're going to say, I'm interested. I was the guy who would make fun of everybody with jobs. I would copy what everybody's, as far as my leaders, and I put quote unquote, because leadership is a word that is just thrown like potatoes nowadays. It doesn't even carry the value that it used to. So the professional takes the time to prepare for their work ethic, takes the time to prepare for their presentations, takes the time to create relationships, takes the time to cultivate opportunities. The amateur is commission hungry. Oh, join me, you'll be the best. They throw up on people. The professional is willing to be a student and educate himself or herself all the time. The amateur does not think that there is value in personal growth, does not think that there is value in business development, does not think there's value in having a coach and a mentor. A professional is someone who would actually time block and work their business. An amateur will just scroll and hopefully somebody connects with me. So the amateur is 97% of the people in the network marketing profession. I don't say that as a disrespect or a diss. I'm saying that as in, until the day you choose and decide to become a professional. And the first thing that you want to do to become a professional, by the way, beside the decision, is to reach out to a professional and ask them, can I shadow you? Can I shadow you? Can I work with you? What would it take for me and you to work together? And if I can't afford you as a mentor, what can I do of value that can add anything other than me not having money and work with you just so I can learn from you, so I can do what you do, so I can be a professional? I can guarantee you have that conversation. Most people will get creative to get value out of you, and you at the same time getting the value that you want. There are some people, when I started my coaching career, what I would reach out to, I'm like, hey man, you got an amazing podcast. I got a pop in Periscope, with over 1 million hearts already in it. How about we cross post and, I have you featured on mine. I have you, and we start cross posting on each other's content. We start featuring each other. So we are both growing and developing for one another, because I never knew anything about podcasting. So understand that if you reach out to the right person for you, and that person has and sees value in you, if you're a spammer, they won't. If you're an amateur, they won't. If you are just boasting and like just bragging about how you're going to be rich and everybody else is broke-minded, they won't. It's okay to be real. I posted something this morning that said, the decisions you made you broke, but the habits you have will keep you poor. I don't apologize for that, because it is the truth. But I'm not telling everybody, hey, everybody, you're dead broke and you don't have this and you don't have that. I see people who would literally make fun of people, who, about their bad credit, or they'll post a picture of an old car. If you're driving this kind of car, you need my service. Come on, dude, don't be that guy. It's disrespectful. You don't ever want to do that. So in any case, I highly recommend to you to be a professional, to create a sense of professionalism that you start attracting people versus turning them off. Now, on that note, keep in mind that we are providing over 300 videos in 3 languages in winwithali.com. The podcast that we are releasing is in there. There's, by the way, already 5 episodes. It's streaming all over the world in every major podcast platform that you would want to listen to. I have an audiobook, The Lion Network Marketer, that is coming out on September 25th. This audiobook is the extended version of the hard copy that we had 5 years ago. So there are literally, for every chapter, there's an extended chapter. There's so much more information and updated versus now versus what it was in 2015. And for those of you who I have not hooked you up yet with a complimentary coaching session, let me know in the comment. Just write complimentary, if you know how to spell it, because I didn't know how first. And I'm going to hook you up with a one-on-one session, 30 minutes, so I can work with you on whatever is important to you. Heck, I can even learn more about you, about your business, about your compensation plan, about your business goal, and I see how I can add more value into your success journey. So I appreciate you and I thank you. And until next time, I will see you en français, or as we say in French, in a little while. Peace out, everybody.